Well, the hope, Coach, was that these Florida showers would have passed through by now, but it looks like we're in for a wet one tonight at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go now. 60 or. Check 15, check 15. Shoot.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Leo!
They'll look to throw here. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
2nd and 9 now. Eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
This is taken at the 18. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
What is that? 19. Mike, number 53. Mike, alert. Let's go, D.
They'll start on the ground with Foster. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Undercross. Alert. Check 25. Go. Line up.
They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Big stop, G. Big alert.
Now it's Watson. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 41-yard line.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, Clement. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Reset. 19. Check 53. It's a party now. Check it back.
On 1st down, Wilkerson about 3 yards there to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the air now with Watson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Here we go, G. In the car. All day. In the car. Back.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Rolling to his left. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the 1st.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against...
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Keelan Cole, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Browns drive about to get started and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. That's out to Chubb, complete.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, high 7, weak river.
He'll drop to throw. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
6-0 our score after one.
Let's go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go, baby. Hey, Echo. Mike 5-4. Look at me. Zipper.
They'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, that was dangerous. Throw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
6-6, pull it high. 5.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Hey, Orvin.
They'll set up a throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the 1st half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. at the 25-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
53, Mike 53. Alert. Mike 53.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Returnable here for Callaway. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. Well, the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10.
Set. 60 outlaw. Heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges. Snap.
They run. Chubb. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 50-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey. Hey, dude. Mike 5-4. Go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds Taylor, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
Go.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Hey, team 6.
He'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll drop to throw. That's taken in by Callaway. Well, a heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker.
A 44-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points. Not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Mike 53. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot. Hey, alert 3. Alert 3. Slam.
Back to throw, Watson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jannard Avery in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
43. Check. 43.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
To throw is Watson. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Ain't no self-off. We taking wins.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson on the move to his left. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. On 1st and 10, Watson. That's taken in by Henderson. That one goes for 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Right there. 54, right there, right there.
Here's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jannard Avery able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. Space to run past the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
This is it. 18. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
From the gun, Watson. Flushed out right. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Browns. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
We own it. Hey, wahoo. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. In your face.
Second and 2. And Callaway taking it in left side. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And the Browns first down.
This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
Hey, lock it. Be careful.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
First down, Cleveland.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Hey, Hayward. 54. Mike 54. On that, baby, on that.
Now back to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it. Couldn't get it. And it's second down.
Incomplete. It leads to second and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Watch twist.
Second and 10. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Intended for Antonio Callaway. Incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a third and 10. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They come up to the line now facing a third and 10 after the incompletion.
Hey, foxtrot.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Foster on second down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Let's get it. Set, 19. Check, 53 is mine. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Check. 24. Check 13. Let him go.
3rd and 2. Watson. Got an open man. It's Foster. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down. A first down carry for Foster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now.
Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
Now Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
One receiver to the left is Evans. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Watch motion.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Gay's kick is good. And the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Browns' drive about to get started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage.
And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for the Browns. 47 yards. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big game.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Check 3, check. Look at me. Score. Get it.
2nd and 14. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 18.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll set up to throw, escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator. Get him. Bravo. 45. Mike, 45. Yes. Pull together. 45 the Mike.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Flush to his right. And his pass incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Back to throw here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Throw right side going to be taken in by Henderson. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Get him going down. He's coming. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Now it's Watson. Airing this one out for Evans. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
At their own 36-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Well, this is Callaway on the receiving end. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line. That's the end of the third.
Back now in Tampa. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Back now in Tampa. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On the ground, it's Chubb. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Clement. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Watson now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mack Wilson In there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Oh, good move. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
Go!
They begin this drive with Chubb. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. You want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
2nd and 9 now. He finds Taylor, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And the Browns first down.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. No gain on the dump off. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
30 base. Been a long day for you. Hey, exit. 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Let's go. Get it.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. They'll set up a throw. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a one-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 47 yards. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. 1st and goal, Foster. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And I hate to point to that missed field goal from their last drive, but you look at the scoreboard, they would be in the lead if they had that 3.
Well, no doubt those points or those missed points do loom large. But here they're getting a chance for a makeup, aren't they? Almost like my time in school. I was always begging my teachers for a makeup exam. Here's their opportunity now to put those points on the board.
And every point becoming more vital here in the second half. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Chubb. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much running room. Down to the 32. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Hey, Echo. Yep. He's mine.
They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
The 2nd down pass. Thrown away and incomplete. It's 3rd down and 7 yards to go.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Check 45 to Mike. Hey. Let's go, defense.
They'll look to throw here. It's caught by OBJ. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. And that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Man, it is a cruel game sometimes, as evidenced by that kick right there.
Yeah, this game has no remorse at times, does it? I have a feeling that when this left his foot, he thought he'd given his guys the lead. But that ball just kept moving on him. And in the end, you heard the sound, and he's denied by the goalposts.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Mike, watch the pass. Kill.
They'll go again with Foster. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
And that's a tired defense out on the field right now. They desperately need a stop to get the ball back to their offense, but they're having trouble getting that done. Another gut-wrenching run right there.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This is Foster. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. On second down now, Wilkerson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On first down, Foster. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Let's go.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
It's just me and you.
They keep it in the hands of Foster. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown puts them up 7. But now's when the fun begins, partner, because if you go ahead and kick the extra point, it's still a one-possession game. Go for 2, you might put it out of reach.
Yeah, a little decision to be made. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the 4th. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Hey, Orbit. 45 to Mike. Oh, here we go. Oh,
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play that time for Cleveland. And even 50 yards. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Hey, Zoo.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Bring it, bring it. Mike, 50.
Go.
Mike, 54. Who that? Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4". Hey.
There go.
They'll look to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. The extra point now coming from Myers. And he missed it. Oh, would you believe it? It is no good. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Down to a knee goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game. And they cannot do anything to stop the clock defensively. 3 straight wins to start the campaign now.
And this is where a team privately, within the confines of their own room, their meeting rooms, the locker room, they start to think to themselves, we're pretty good. We should be a playoff team.
Set. 19.
So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Bucs, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.